Hello everyone and welcome back to PGP Motorsports Park for the third race of the 2026 spring season. Right now we have all 24 racers out here lining up for their formation lap as they go around this turn 4 chicane. Today we're going to be going in the reverse direction. So our turn 1 is going to be a roller coaster and they're gridding up for their rolling start now.
Lining up on the grid. Ooh, nice and slow through turn 3, so that gives me plenty of time to call out names, like how we got Linus and Aiden Flynn on the front row. And right behind them is Colin Flynn and Kirk Strong. So we have both Flynns in the top 4. Right behind them in the third row, they're picking up speed. That is Sergey next to Randy. They're having really good heat races. Let's see if they can carry that to the final. Right behind them is Andrew and Team Anonymous. I was so close.
There's a lot of Team Anonymous out here today, folks.
Team Anonymous is anyone wearing a plain black or plain white helmet and a black suit. But we will get their names as they cross the line as the timing sheets update. But until then, they line up on the front straight. The flag is waved and they're away. 2x2 in the front. Colin looking for an inside scoop. Can he get it and steal the lead? Doesn't seem like it. He tucks right back inside, but settles back into 4th place. Aiden Flynn takes an early lead, and as the dust settles and they're coming through double apex, that is Aiden in front of Linus, Kirk. Sergey finds himself in 4th, Nick in 5th, then Colin in 6th. Colin dropped back, that's unfortunate. And Aiden's taking off. Aiden's running away with it again. He ran away with it in his heat race. Aiden is in a rocket ship. But Kirk and Aiden have run away with it, and the Sergey train has already been established from 3rd place downwards.
Looks like he's trying to make a little bit of a gap here. Hopefully Sergey is able to push away and give contention for the Kirk and Aiden race that's going up ahead. But we're going to see how that pans out as they come out of the front straight here. It doesn't look like Kirk is in range to make a move on Aiden quite just yet, so we're going to keep an eye on the train here. Sergey's still able to lead the pack right there. Everything's going to undulate as they go through turn 3 into turn 2. We got this little accordion effect going on. We're going to see if any moves are going to be thrown in the back here.
And updates as they cross the line. We got Aiden, Kirk, Sergey, Linus, Nick, and Colin Flynn, William Frazier, Andrew, and Kevin. Pretty sure that's Kevin, and Baron topping out our top 10.
And as that update was going on, someone was able to get past Sergey in the straight
Linus.
there.
Linus in front of Sergey. Sergey.
Yep. So Linus surveyed his way past Sergey through here, and we're going to see if Sergey's going to be able to make a move past here in top of the world. He's going to slot back into it. He's no longer the conductor of this train, but just the engine that will push this thing forward.
I mean, hey, a Linus train, we could see it, but I think Linus is going to push, and I feel like Sergey's also going to push forward, because if Aiden and Kirk get away too far, which they kind of already have, then it's going to be just a battle for the bottom step of the podium. But it looks like Aiden and Kirk got a very, very clean getaway, and it's still the start of the race. We still have about 20 minutes left. So there's early stages of the race. Anything can happen. The track is warming up. It started damp, but it is now almost completely dry, and the temperature is a nice spring chill.
Yeah, very chilly out here today. My hands are quite cold and dry, but we're going to keep getting this coverage for you as we see 2 wide down the front straight going into roller coaster. We're going to see if the racers are able to successfully navigate their way through here. And it looks like they're able to slot into place. Positions may have changed. And I see some more 2 wide. Oh, it looks like someone's in the grass there. Someone's going to take that a mushroom, no item shortcut. Mushrooms not required.
I would strongly recommend having a mushroom for that shortcut. Otherwise, you're just losing time, which is unfortunate.
I will be the contrarian and not recommend mushrooms for this race. I believe sobriety is required for racing out on here. But we see a huge cluster going into turn 4 here as we get some 2 wide action.
That is Baron mixed in between Mukil and Kevin. So glad I got Kevin's name before the race.
Kevin working his way up through that mid-pack. We've got quite a few trains going on here. And at the back of this, we have some more 2 wide action as they shatter their own momentum to go this 2x2.
We got
through
side
here.
by side going into turn 3. Keep the camera there. That is on the inside. That is. Oh, his name's not Brandon. It's Mike. That's how I remember names. My first established what their name isn't, but now it is. So Mike getting a good turn into turn 3 and beating everybody there. He was on the inside. Good overtakes. But now there's a huge squabble everywhere today.
Yeah, hard to keep track of everything.
So much for a train. We got 2 wide going into turn 1. That's Andrew on the inside, Cullen on the outside. Andrew makes the move.
Yep. And for the most part, they're all able to make it singled out through there. Very good on the braking on the inside from that guy in the back there to not lose it too crazily, and he's able to secure that position. But this racing is still going on in the mid-pack. As
Someone's
we
in the
see,
ground.
like, 2 or 3 wide, we see someone taking a little bit of a rally cross line as they go outside of the lines.
Yeah, there were 3 wide exiting light bulb, and that usually ends up with someone in the grass. I'm just glad they were able to continue the race afterwards, but unfortunately they lost about 5 positions from that.
Yeah, and we see more 3 wide going into turn 5.
Oh,
we have
geez.
Scott in here on the inside. We're going to see how this pans out. It is
Come on, guys.
still 3 wide going into turn 4, but they straighten it out. Scott's on the outside there.
And Mike takes advantage of that and gets a 3-for-1 special from that. Mike gains 3 positions in turn 4 because Mukil, Randy, and Scott were out fighting 3 wide through that chicane.
Mike doing a really good job of taking advantage of the opportunity there, and we're going to move our way up towards the front of the pack. We have Aiden right in the lead, Kirk in second, and we still have Sergey and Linus, with Linus being in 3rd place going into roller coaster.
So our leaders are about 3 to 4 seconds ahead of the rest of the pack, really quick. Just to show you guys the lap times there that they're setting, we have a pretty much dry track, and the standings glitched. Somehow Sam has set a lap time of 0. Congratulations, Sam, you have broken physics.
He's done it. He just got
And we're good.
He just got like an instant transmission lap right there.
That's just a little glitch in the update, but it fixed itself.
Always good to see. As we see,
Battle for 3rd, kind of. That is Linus in 3rd, defending from Sergey in 4th.
Yep, we're going to see if Sergey's has the pace in the straights here. That'll be the big determining factor. If Sergey's going to be able to overtake, or if he's just going to be stuck behind Linus until they catch up to 2nd place, which they are making progress on. Kirk is not safe.
So everybody is in their own battle, so it's going to be really hard to tell who's fighting where. I will say Aiden's running off with it. Kirk is losing time to 3rd and 4th place. So coming across the line is Kirk, Linus, and Sergey in that order for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place respectively. Further down the pack, there are battles as we see someone in the grass down the front straight, but they make it back on. There's lots of action everywhere. It's so hard to capture it all.
This is indeed true. I see 2x2 going into roller coaster. I feel like this is where there's going to be a lot of contention. They're all able to make it out, though, outside of out of roller coaster onto the other side. And let's go back to our battle of 3, as it looks like.
Woo! 2 wide through top of the world. Linus maintains his 2nd place. Wait, maintains? Linus stole 2nd place. That means they caught up to Kirk. Kirk is losing time. Linus is now in 2nd. Kirk is in 3rd. And now Sergey's in the hunt for a podium position against Kirk this time.
And let's see how this will play out now, as Linus is looking to get away from Kirk, but Kirk might not make that easy.
Oh, they are so close together. Going down the back straight. Are they going to dive into turn 3? Kirk might make a move, but thinks better of it. There, he's just going to stick to the tail end of turn 3. No, he made the move. He's making a move.
And Sergey's also making a move at the same time.
Kirk finds himself back into 2nd place. Linus on the inside. Kirk is going to defend through turn 1 because he knows he's going to have the inside line. And
Sergey's going to
Sergey.
follow him through.
Woo! Brilliant opportunistic move by Sergey to get past Linus again. They are shuffling these positions. Linus not giving up. He's going to see if he can find a way to go around the outside of turn 1. Now he's just going to get the better momentum. So he's going to stick it through. All this fighting is let David catch up. It's now a 4-way battle for 2nd place. And Aiden is just running off with it. Aiden is so far ahead in the lead.
Yeah, he's already completed the light bulb turn as they begin their sequence around this top of the world here. And it looks like the battling has settled down just a little bit, but I imagine that'll resume very quickly once we get past turn 4.
Yeah. Keep an eye on these four as they come through turn 7 and 6. It's the reverse direction, so the turns count down. Going into this turn 5-4 chicane, you really want to capitalize on getting a good exit through this chicane here. Because if you don't, you're just a sitting duck down the back straight, and they all nail the exit. Can we say the same for the rest of the pack? Oh, wait, Linus has the momentum? Bump drafting Sergey down the back? Not quite. I think they're going to bide their time now. But right behind them in the turn 3, we see not Brandon, because I always forget his name. Not Brandon, it's Mike. Mike defending against Andrew. And in that squabble is Mike, Andrew, William Frazier, and Mukil. Mukil diving up on the inside to turn 1, trying to take the place away from William, but it's not going to work.
I see side by side up at the top 4 as they're going into roller coaster. We're going to see if these positions are shuffled, but now we see 2 wide, and I feel a wrench getting thrown into the race here as I feel a singular droplet coming down one by one. There's going to be some sneaky wet spots out here if these droplets keep progressing.
Also, correction, every time I said Mike just now, replace it with Baran. They're both wearing red-white plaid shirt today. Wonderful.
All right, so Baran making moves in the mid-pack.
A really tight pack.
Yeah, very tight pack
wow.
through there. And then we also have our racers of 4 here.
Kirk train. Here we go. Turn 5-4 chicane. Who can get the best exit? We're about to find out. They all take it perfectly, as usual.
And then the
2 wide
squabble.
into turn 5. Woo, that's Andrew on the inside. And Andrew takes that position away from Baran. Who's next to Baran? That's William. Baran's losing out. He's also losing out to Mukil, who's on the inside. Really unfortunate for Baran. Every time I call out Baran's name, bad things happen.
And speaking of things, we also have a race going on at the top 4. As it looks like positions are shuffling. We're going 3 wide through turn 1.
And as they emerge, David on the outside with the momentum, side by side with Linus, and Kirk lost out. Kirk is now in 4th.
Sergey
5th.
promoted to 2nd.
I forgot about Aiden, he's so far ahead. But Sergey takes 2nd place. Right behind him is Linus in 3rd. We got Kirk in 4th, and David still stuck in 5th. For now.
For now. We'll see how this race progresses as they try to fight over it, because Aiden has completely run away with it. Here's some Aiden cam so you can see him in first
the
place.
Aiden cam. While you're panning on Aiden, we had like 3 battles into Lightbulb. Very cool.
Yep.
Thanks, Aiden. You're a great distraction. Now keep winning.
Yep. Keep on keeping on.
Now,
Hopefully
right
the rain
before the
doesn't mess you
race
up.
today, I told Aiden win this one. And you know what? Maybe I should do that more often. This is total bias at play here. I told him to win, so now he's winning. Congratulations. You are blessed. Into turn 3, that is Linus on the inside, Sergey on the outside. We got a 2x2 special going into turn 3. This is for 2nd place of the race. Sergey's going to have the advantage because he's going inside of turn 2. I see raindrops. It's starting to drizzle just a little bit.
If they're going side by side and all of a sudden they lose grip, this will be disastrous.
There's hand signals flying. The racers are not happy with each other. But that's David on the inside, Linus on the deep inside. 3 wide coming into turn 1. Who's going to make it through this? We got Sergey in the 2nd place lead. 3 wide into turn 1. Kirk on the inside. David in the middle. Linus on the outside. And Kirk manages to reclaim 3rd place through all that.
And somehow, despite going 3 wide into roller coaster, they're all still in the lines and they're all still racing and they're not done.
Woo! This is wild. Wild stuff. While they're fighting Kirk, Sergey's getting away, and I'm sure Sergey's really liking this. The more that David and Linus fight with Kirk, the more Sergey gets to maintain 2nd place and just get away with it.
Yep. And this race is now progressing probably decently into the middle stages, and so Sergey just needs to hope that battle keeps on going on, and another driver is entering the fray.
The more they fight, the more Nick gets to catch up. This battle is far from over. Oh, David on the inside gonna make a move on Kirk. He's committed side by side into turn 3. David on the inside. Can he make it? Yes. Yes, he can. Clean move by David. And Linus now on the outside of Kirk. Kirk on the defensive. They are just swapping positions like the current Formula 1 regulations. It's back and forth. Except these cars don't have battery power.
Yep. These cars are making it the full 20 minutes, and here we go with a massive pack of close racing in the back there. But 2 wide, I see crossing the straight into roller coaster.
Woo! race update, even though it's on the side of the screen. As they emerge into double apex, Aiden's way in the lead, but that we got Sergey and David. That's their podium. Right behind them is Kirk, Linus, and Nick. And that concludes the second place train. Leading the next train is Mukil.
Mukil doing a good job at getting himself all the way up there. That'll be good for his championship points. And as this race is progressing, we now have a 5-way battle for second place. It looks like David has been able to catch up to Sergey, and we'll be looking for that second place spot.
Woo! All right, so things are starting to die down for the battle in the lead.
Sergey loses power on the front straight.
Just
David's
kidding.
able to dive up onto the inside and claim second place.
Woo! Go, David! David manages to find a chink in Sergey's impenetrable defense. He might have caught Sergey by surprise, actually. Sergey thought he got away with it, but David coming back with the pace. I'm going to pull up the lap times and the gaps. We see Aiden lapping 2 seconds faster. No wonder. Aiden's just running away with it. What in the world? However, the gap that Aiden has set. Aiden is 13 seconds ahead. Aiden just needs to finish the race. That is absolutely wild. A commanding lead from Aiden here.
Yep, here's some Aiden cam.
Really good fighting from everyone else in the back. Well, I only say the back because Aiden has such a far lead.
Yeah, we have the front pack and then we have the back pack, which is transporting all the rest of these racers to the finish line.
Coming into turn 5, everybody's getting really close together. I think we might see an explosion of cards in the back now, depending on how people fight it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing so much of a train, but a bunch of groups of 3 racing. I just see some 2 wide going into turn 3.
Yep. Yeah. Linus tries to make a move on Kirk, who shuts the door. And that was Nick! Up, Nick! Did a surprise attack! Nick finds his way past Linus! That was a really sneaky move by Nick. I don't think Linus realized he was there. And now everybody's caught up to each other. What in the world? So now the top 3 are mostly cemented-ish. Kirk is in 4th. We got Kirk, Nick, Linus, Mukil, followed by Andrew, Baran, and not Brandon, but it's Mike. I always have to say the not Brandon part.
Yeah. And here we are with this battle of 4, going through double apex here. We see Kirk leading.
Nick made a really
never mind.
sneaky
Nick
move.
just sneaks right into a light bulb right there. Will Kirk get the space on the inside? Yep.
Yo.
Yep, and so now we have Nick and someone else,
Linus.
actually, Linus sneaking up on the inside, passing Kirk.
Kirk is
Everyone's
dropping.
passing Kirk right now. He just got put on to the wrong line, and then just didn't have a good sequence of corners there. And was just able
Kirk
to get
fighting
passed
back,
up
though.
by so much.
Mukil not happy. He got cut off by Kirk. But Kirk reclaiming the position, and now on the inside is Randy going into turn 5. It's going to compromise both him and not Brandon, but Mike. Mike, I will remember your name. It's a work in progress.
It's either
White
Mike.
flag is out.
It's either Mike or Baran, but Aiden taking the white flag for his final victory lap. And in the meantime, we have second place solidified with
Side
David.
by side in turn 2.
And now
That
we have
is
another
Mukil
rolling start.
on the inside, Kirk right behind, Baran and Mike in the kerfuffle that is happening all around Andrew. Huge stuff, but we got another battle in the lead. We got David on the inside, Linus on the outside. Was that David? No, that's Nick. That's Nick. Nick and Linus are fighting for 4th place. So much action in these closing stages of the race.
So much action, and now that we're hitting the final lap of the race, the sun is
Mukil
coming
making
out a
sneak
little
attack.
bit.
Mukil sneakily sneaks by Linus, just like Nick snuck by Kirk in the same position. That sneak attack in the light bulb. You just put your card on the inside and then use the grip advantage to just close the door on the exit. Such a tricky corner.
Very tricky corner. Indeed. Especially when you don't know if there's going to be rain on it at some point. And here we see 3 wide going out.
Here we go.
We have a proper squabble as we're now going into the sequence of turns 5 and 4. Potentially 3 wide, someone having to back out of it, otherwise they're going to be introduced to the grass.
By
and
the
now,
way, for
speaking of introduced to the grass, someone is doing some lawn mowing on the
Aiden
outside
crosses
there.
the line to
Falls
win.
all the way back. Oh,
just won.
Aiden wins the race.
That's how far ahead he is.
Aiden wins the race.
Aiden wins the race, but we're not done yet. 3 wide into turn 2. Nick on the outside, Mukil in the middle, Linus on the outside. Nick is the victor through turn 2, but who's going to make it to the finish line?
David gets second
David
place.
in second.
Sergey
in
gets third.
But who's
Now for
coming in
fourth.
It looks like Nick is going to take it home and steal fourth. Nick across the line in fourth, and they're bouncing for momentum. Nick, Mukil, Linus, and Baron.
And then
wow!
everyone else crosses the line at around the same time. That was a crazy mid-race. Someone's locking up the brakes going into the pit lane. No one died there, but that was a very exciting third race of the 2026 spring season. Sun's coming out just in time. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you at the podium.
Alrighty guys, first of all, thank you guys all for coming out. The field turnout for these things has been a lot bigger than the winter series, so thank you guys for showing up for it. We do appreciate it a lot. Coming in third place today, had a best lap time of an 80.355, 15.5 off the lead. Sergey Kvostov. Second place, the best lap time of a 79.869, 13.5 off the lead. David, Buster's Billy. Woo! And taking the top spot and the best lap of the race at a 79.656, 13.5 second lead. First place, Aiden Flynn.